we have, the point I made in my red state speech is we as elected officials have a duty to support and defend the Constitution. And when the president takes illegal, unconstitutional actions, including the executive amnesty, including the EPA global warming power grab, including some of his changes to Obamacare, we have a duty to use our constitutional power to check that. And that's what the founding fathers envisioned. And I think that, we've seen the courts have even said, which is really a big deal because usually the courts don't get involved when there are executive enforcement decisions. But this was so far over the line that you've even seen some courts say no dice and it's been on hold. So look, we're a nation of laws and it lives under a constitution. And if we lose that, then we really lose our uniqueness as a nation. And so I think the issue is much bigger than either immigration, environment, or Obamacare, any of those things. I think it's really fundamental about being a government of laws, not a government of men.
But specifically as far as this bilateral support, bipartisan support for funding Obama's executive amnesty program or orders. What do you think about, how do you feel about, and there's Republicans, like I said, and Democrats supporting this, and will continue to support this. What can you speak to that?
Well, I think it's a mistake. I think that we should not be funding unconstitutional activity, and that's part of the essence of having the power of the purse is to check the other branches. And I think part of it is that we really don't have any type of appropriations process that's totally broken down. So at this point, the best is going to be some type of omnibus that's cobbled together. Those usually are not good for taxpayers, and that's really no way to fund the government. It really dilutes Congress's power to be able to do what needs to be done in terms of enforcing the rule of law.
And lastly, Planned Parenthood, again, thrust in the headlines. Obviously, the move is to defund Planned Parenthood, but realistically, can it be done, or can certain portions of Planned Parenthood be defunded without just giving them a blank check like we have?
I think so. The thing is, a lot of Americans still haven't seen these videos because the media does not like to report about it. The media on this issue, they are very much in the tank for the left fringe of the Democratic Party. Of course not. And so you really have something that I think once people are educated about it, I think you're going to have 75-80% of the public, be revolted by it. And look, what kind of country do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a country in which your tax dollars are going to subsidize what's essentially a meat market for baby parts? It's not something I want to live in.